I'm the one that's doing all the reports for the neighborhood. You guys aren't about to sell the home yet, are you? Just let that be your opener, but do it the same, loud and confident every time. Pierre Lelaine, I'm the one doing the reports for the area. Sorry, I haven't been able to stop by here yet. You guys aren't about to sell this house yet though, are you? And then you're gonna be like, sell the house yet? No, what is this about? And that's like the perfect icebreaker, because now I'm curious to what this guy's talking about selling the house. But at the same time, to your benefit, you were able to just qualify him as obviously the homeowner. Then you go right into it. All right, perfect. I'm gonna be super quick, man. I'm not here to sell you anything. And believe it or not, I hate when people call me out of the blue or knock my door out of the blue. So I'm gonna be super quick, not here to sell you anything. We're just getting a lot of calls for the surcharges on the utility bills. And it is about solar. You guys might not be a good fit. How much are you typically paying for power per month? And then we're quickly getting to that question, because either they're going to give us an objection or they're going to answer that question. And if they liked everything, they liked your vibration, your tonality, your confidence, even if they don't want solar, they'll go, we're paying $250, but we already sat down with solar people and it wasn't blah, 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 blah. Ignore what they just said. $250, okay, is that on average, or because that's pretty high? What are you guys paying in the summer months? Oh, sometimes in the summer it gets up there, $350, $450, etc. Man, that is crazy. Between me and you got a grow house in the basement or 17 jacuzzis, a lot of kids, like, why is it that high? Let them blab and it's go perfect, man. Again, man, like, I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm not here to push anything on you. This thing might not make sense for you at all. But the last client that we had, that was Miguel Gonzalez on Main Street around the corner, he also was paying around $250 on average, $450 in the summer. And what we found when we sat down and looked at his bills and kind of looked at his use cases, he was pretty shocked that he was dealing with the inflation of groceries, the inflation of gas and everything like that. And as he was entering retirement, he just wanted to make sure that as he has a fixed income, his expenses would be fixed as well. And what we were able to do for him is he didn't pay anything up front. He didn't give me a credit card. He never gave me $1 at all, right? And then we're able to take that $250 utility bill, slice it in half. Now he pays $122 a month. We're also able to add $28,000 of equity into his property. I cannot promise that it's going to work that way for you guys. It only works that way for about 1 in 4 homes. But the reason I stopped here is because you guys have a great roof and it's at least worth looking at. Again, my name's Pierre Lelaine. I'm the one that's going to be working in this neighborhood all week. So you'll see me a lot, even if we don't get to sit down, right? So, but because we will be here all week, I'm going to be out here tomorrow and the day after. Which one will be best for you guys to get your report to see if this thing even makes sense for you? Right? And then I'm just like, and that's pretty much it. So preoccupation, qualify, how much are you paying for power per month, paint the vision of customer avatar vision, right? However you want to title that, that makes the most sense for you. That's the next part that comes in that process. And then we're going right into an assumptive booking. And again, if they should book, but they should, buying questions are even better at that point in the process. Year-old use case in that scenario, I'm not really booking them, if that's me personally, because I don't want to get them overpromised on those savings when they already have a super low bill, right? So the only way that it makes sense is if they are comfortable with essentially having the same payment or a slightly under, and like that's not a hot point for them. They should be essentially, they got to have money. It should be like a financial feel-good purchase for them, because those are the only people that make sense when they're really old and with low bills. It's just like, yeah, if we are able, even if it's like, you know, $5 or $10 over, but we're putting 30 grand into the equity, and then we also are making the world a cleaner place, fine, we'll do it. But again, you don't want to have the struggling elder person trying to save $10 on their $70 utility payment. And then, you know, the installer takes 4 months to install them, and then they got double bills, and then they have system issues because they don't know how to use apps and all that other stuff. I would just steer clear away from it. Bigger systems are going to pay more anyway, so sometimes those aren't worth it. So yeah, but if they've got the cash and if they're familiar with solar and they're comfortable with having essentially the same bill or slightly over it, and you're like, yeah, man, you know, sometimes the last person that I sat with, she actually was only paying $85 per month. She paid a little bit higher bill, but she was able to put $38,000 of equity into her home. And that was important to her for to leave the world a better place. And then she also gifted her grandchildren a home at a much higher evaluation than when she bought it. This is the new money, the business owner. This is a separate avatar. This is what people gauge themselves off on whether they're good at. When you were, and this is what I was talking about, the people that they have that bill, it's a high bill, and we're like, you'd be dumb not to experience this. But because they have really good income, it's not a pain point for them. So they're not going to move with urgency at all. Even if they are ready to do it, that person is not going to let the closer rebuttal him over and over in that meeting. They're not going to buy in the same sitting because they probably are business owner or working sales themselves. So understand that in the game of sales, there can really be, there's two personalities. One has to be more dominant, one has to be more passive. In the salespeople, we have to be the one to lead. But sometimes we'll show up and this guy's a doctor, he's a lawyer, he's a business owner, etc. We're not going to be able to get this dude to set in 24 hours and to make him feel like he's got a whatever. And then when the closer comes up, he's not going to be like, yo, you really, like you said, he's gonna be like, dude, get out of here. Like, I'll pay double this just to, like, you know, not have you do this. So somebody has to lose in those settings. And okay, when I find another personality in the room, I'm not gonna, and you'll see a lot of guys, when you make that transition from setter to closer, they'll sit there and they'll try to headbutt these dudes over and over. And I'm like, bro, just leave. If he's not willing, go find somebody that you can help and that is going to submit to the process. You can't help someone who's not going to submit to the process. And big truck guy, big wallet guy, whoever, if he doesn't have that pain point, he's not an ideal customer. So that's why we want to make sure that we're in the right environments, the right neighborhoods, because otherwise we're these people will answer the door all day and they'll talk, but we're like, damn, we can't get anything that sticks because they don't have that pain. You paint that, there's no vision to paint in their mind. They're like, oh, I mean, that's nice if I get my bill down from 600 to 200, but I also just spent, you know, $200 on breakfast this morning or some shit like, so for them, it's different. The pictures that we're trying to paint for them is not hitting the same, and it's never going to really hit the same. Unless it's an inbound thing, that's different. If it's inbound and they're like, yeah, I have looked at it 3 times before, but I haven't found the right one, that's a little bit different. But in most cases, just understand those type of personalities, they're not supposed to be quickly set and quickly sold.
Remain the same if you want to remain the same, and if you remain the same, you're going to earn the same, okay? So if you want to elevate your game, click the link below. I give out a ton of free resources in the free training center. And if you guys found value in this video, let me know in the comments what was most helpful or what you guys are facing in the field that I could drop more content and kind of answer and help you guys out. And as always, you guys are getting better, but please subscribe. A large number of my views still come from non-subscribers. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next drop. I'll see you guys next time.